Today's topic is for you military men and women. We're going to talk about 10 ways to avoid money trouble in the military. So Alex, you're in the military. I thought people in the military make tons of money and have no money problems at all.
Yeah, if you want to get rich, the military probably isn't the place for you, but at the same time, you do make a decent income. So these are just some tips. I've been in for about 12 years now, and the guys that have been successful, this is what I've seen them do, so just trying to pass on a little bit of that.
All right, there's 10, so let's work fast through them. Number one, don't count on your pension.
Yeah, you cannot guarantee that you're going to stay in the military. Tons of guys have had drawdowns, been laid off from the military, all that kind of stuff. You've got to do extra saving on top of just your pension. You can't count on that being your number one resource.
That's good. Number two, don't live above your BAH.
Yeah, your BAH stands for Basic Allowance for Housing. The military is basically telling you what you should budget for your housing. So for wherever you live, the military has already decided what it takes for both single and people with dependents to figure that out. If you are living well above that, you're probably inducing a little bit too much luxury in your life there.
All right, number three, use the 3-year rule if you're going to buy a house. What does that mean?
Yeah, so this is mine. This is a technique. If I'm in a place for more than 3 years, then I consider buying that house. Because of the break-even costs of closing costs and loan fees and all that kind of stuff, if you're not in that house for a decent amount of time, you're essentially going to end up with zero net gain or a loss. So 3 years is about my point where I consider renting versus buying.
That's good. All right, number four, take advantage of the benefits.
The benefits. So there are a ton of just ancillary benefits out there for the military, whether it's credit cards where annual fees are waived for you that give you access to airline lounges, all the way to the educational benefits that exist. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in a second, but don't be afraid to go out there and look for the things that this world and the economy are willing to offer you for your service. They're all over the place.
Yeah, and that's number five. Use the GI Bill after you get out.
Yeah, the GI Bill is a special benefit that if you're in the military for any length of time, you need to sign on. And then you have the option of either taking it yourself or transferring over it to your spouse or your children. I recommend doing the spouse or children one as kind of a college plan is an awesome idea. But if you're going to take it yourself, my recommendation is that you wait until you're out of the military because the living expenses associated will not be paid while you're still active duty. So once you get out, now you can recoup on those as well.
I like number six. This is good for anyone, even if you're not in the military. Stay away from credit cards for stupid spending.
Yeah. Now I will admit I use a credit card every month, but the difference is I pay it off every month and I'm doing so that I can get the points.
Yeah, so that's not stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other benefits associated. But what lots of people do is they look at it as free money. And no offense to anybody out there in the military, but a lot of people leave their parents' house. They get into the military, all of a sudden they can qualify for these cards and you're going to get a ton of them in the mail. And until you're responsible enough and kind of figured it out, just stay away from it. Figure it out with a debit card, and in 5 or 10 years, you can move over to the credit card.
Yeah, that's good. Number seven, make a habit of giving.
Yeah, I think this one is just important for you as a person, your development, and then also your just financial strategy of saving, right? So you're saving for not only yourself and your future, but you're saving for just the health, welfare, benefit of the community around you and others. So be dedicated to giving your money. You can do that through programs in the military like the CFC, or any one of the airman donation funds for me in the Air Force. But regardless of what it is, it's important that you do something that's outside yourself. I think that's just a general good thing.
Yeah, that's good. Number eight, increase your saving before you increase your luxury.
Yeah, this is really about when you get promoted. So what usually ends up happening is we get promoted and we go, hey, we're getting a lot of extra money, and all of a sudden that money just kind of disappears. So I think the way that you mitigate that and make sure that you're actually increasing your financial portfolio and overall just financial stability is up your savings, commit to that first before you up the luxuries in your life. And what's the natural tendency? No, I'm going to go buy something for myself.
That's right.
Do the reverse of that, you'll probably be much better off.
Number nine, try to max out your TSP and Roth.
Yeah, and this is hard, and I haven't been able to do it for every single year of my career. But obviously those are huge tax savings, one before tax, one after tax. But you can kind of mitigate your financial health when you retire by trying to max out both the traditional Roth and then the TSP inside of the military. And if you can do both of those, you're going to be sitting pretty well at the retirement.
Yeah, and really that's the last thing, number 10, position yourself for life after the military.
Yeah, so really two parts to that. You can't count on the fact that the military is always going to be there. Lots of guys in the 90s experienced a drawdown and just the military wasn't there anymore. And then also there is going to be a career to follow the military. Most of us only do it for 20 years max if we serve a full career. So you're going to go do something else. Your retirement is not going to be enough to supplement your current style of life. So I personally am a pilot in the Air Force. I've got all my civilian ratings lined up, airline transport pilot. And if push came to shove, I've got the ability to go out and get a job immediately. Don't leave that till the last second. You got to be pre-positioned.
That's good. Alex, thanks for the tips. And if you're watching this with a group or a mentor, make sure to use those questions below to talk about it. And we'll see you in the next topic.